team gained just 2 points from 6 matches, this afternoon's match at Chelsea takes on a really significant meaning in terms of the Hammers season. From a historical note, West Ham's last poor start to a season was 1995-96. They just got 2 points from 6 games then. And then, straight after that, they hit a 5-game unbeaten run with 3 wins. And that season they beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 2-1 with goals from Julian Dix and Danny Williamson. This afternoon, however, Glenn Roeder includes in his starting lineup Michael Carrick, who regains his first team place at the expense of Edouard Cissé. Scott Minto keeps out Nigel Winterburn, but the strike force of Canouté and Canio keeps Jermaine Defoe on the bench too. Joe Cole is the man on form at the moment. 16 shots on goal he's had in West Ham's season. That's a long way from anybody else. Ian Pearce is on the bench this afternoon. As far as Chelsea are concerned, it's Claudio Ranieri's 100th game with the club. Changes from his side that drew 0-0 at Fulham on Monday, but top scorer Gianfranco Zola starts on the subs bench, and Jesper Grønkjær and Guðjohnsen return to the starting lineup after coming on as substitutes at Loftus Road. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink has yet to score in the Premiership, though he hasn't started every game. He seems to make scoring against West Ham a habit. Maybe this afternoon will be an off day for him, but he wears the captain's armband at Stamford Bridge today. Claudio Ranieri, there he is, 100 games. Warm handshake, well, a mildly warm handshake from Glenn Roeder there, as warm as it could be. John Terry, born in Barking, returns to the Chelsea squad this afternoon after injury in a reserve team outing. Hammers' best 2 performances of the season have been against London sides. 2-2 against Arsenal, a game they almost won and deserved to win, but for a last-minute Sylvain Wiltord equaliser. Their 3-2 defeat at Spurs was also sealed with a last-minute goal, a deflection that summed up the bad luck Glenn Roeder's men have been experiencing this season. This afternoon's referee is Mike Dean from the Wirral. His 4th Premiership game in charge this season. He's shown 16 yellow cards and 2 reds, making him the strictest referee in the division, averaging 6 cards a game. The West Ham captain and the Chelsea captain, 2 players who have yet to score in the Premiership this season. Can't imagine either of them have gone this long. Although, to be fair to Paolo Di Canio, he made a late start to the Premiership, and of course Hasselbaink hasn't played in every game. Well, Robert Huth is one of the stars of the Chelsea side, who played so superbly against Fulham on Monday night. Looked like he'd been playing there for 10 seasons at the back. The central defender who West Ham will have to look out for. Jody Morris, of course, under 21 and aspiring to the full national team. He's just 3 years old. Chelsea, plenty of players who can put the ball away. West Ham's top goal scorer is Freddie Kanouté, who scored at Stamford Bridge last season in the 1-1 FA Cup draw here. John Terry returning to the substitutes bench for Chelsea because he scored the winner in the replay at Upton Park. West Ham playing in their away claret socks. Other than that, it's colours as usual. This is a ground that West Ham occasionally have performed some amazing performances on. They got a little bit of possession here. And here's an opportunity for them with the ball just slightly overrun. Canouté making good strides to try and reach the ball, but in the end, just ran out. Famous victory here in West Ham's best ever season, 85-86. They won 4-0 on that occasion. This was the ball through from Di Canio, but overran in the end by Freddie Canouté. Of course, he scored here, and his son was born on that just a couple of days before. You may recall the goal celebrations. Chelsea undefeated this season in the league, but then they were undefeated last season when West Ham took them on at Upton Park and beat them. The first goal scored that evening by a certain Michael Carrick, who finds himself back in the side and with something to prove this afternoon. Chelsea really haven't settled at all, and Canouté's fouled. Robert Huth makes his mark literally on the French striker's left ankle. West Ham will have a free kick, provided Canouté's okay. So John Breen just giving him a little bit of attention there. He did fall awkwardly. His challenge was not particularly venomous, just a little late, if anything. Gianfranco Zola must consider the rotation policy of his Italian manager somewhat bizarre. He scored 5 goals this year in the Premiership, and yet he's on the substitutes bench this afternoon. So Canouté still not quite comfortable. Well, Defoe is eagerly waiting. I tell you, he's I don't think Canouté's likely to be off for more than just a little bit of attention. It doesn't look too serious at the moment, but West Ham down to 10 men as they have this free kick, which Canio will take. Hits it to the far post, but he didn't really lift the ball enough. Sinclair, that's a ludicrous push in the back on him by Mario Stanić, Croatian. Look at this, all the hallmarks of subtlety right in front of the assistant referee. Stanić is nothing if not unsubtle. Maybe Canio can fashion something here. It's a good-looking free kick, just headed away. And West Ham had men up there. Last time West Ham won at Chelsea was a 1-0 victory here a few years ago. Paul Kitson scoring the goal late on in the game. And Stanić called on to push this one back to Cudicini. Chelsea been something of a bogey team for West Ham along the seasons, but there have been some famous victories by the Hammers. Stamford Bridge not a ground where they get too many of them. Nothing much to write home about from Jesper Grønkjær. Fairly miserable overhit cross there. The only people with a chance of reaching there. Well, Defoe is coming on, and obviously the injury to Canouté a lot worse than was first feared. So we talk about Michael Carrick having something to prove. Jermaine Defoe likewise. Hasn't seen too much Premiership action. Scored almost immediately. The game here in the league. By that time West Ham were already 4 goals down. If he can make a equally quick impression on this game. Good square ball and a lovely lofted ball to the far side, but despite Defoe's challenge, Gallas clears comfortably. Signed for £6.2 million from Marseille just a couple of seasons ago. He's 24 years of age. Bright future for him, no doubt. Chelsea there. Too much bright future on the money front though for the blue flag team. They're £97 million in debt. Here's to Canio. A good tackle in the end by Zenden. Maybe Chelsea can come away. And Joe Cole, who's showing a little more tenacity in his game these days, took out Grønkjær. Unfortunately didn't take the ball. Cole has certainly added a lot of steel to his game. Short ball played by Gallas. Chelsea, that's a lovely ball to Stanić, who'd made the overlap. It's in a cross. Hammers can't afford to concede anything really today. Michael Carrick finds Joe Cole. Melchiot snapping at his heels. James called in to slow things down. Still very difficult to recognise with that short hair, having as he did those long locks for most of last season. West bit of nonsense in front of our cameras. Jody Morris was the offender. Canio's got a good record of scoring in London derbies, particularly against Arsenal. Gets the ball back, Schemmel hits it in. Chelsea can come away now. It's an important interception. And something momentarily anyway for Defoe to chase. Cudicini's clearance. A wonderful ball, Sinclair. Unfortunately, his ball in avoided everyone except Gallas, who distributes brilliantly to Grønkjær. Begins to run out on the right. Minto with him, and he chips one in. Řepka clears. Sinclair. Good football from West Ham. Defoe is in some space here. He's the only man up for West Ham at the moment, but he's joined now by Sinclair. That's a better looking cross, just behind play. But West Ham have the first corner of the game. Stanić taking no chances, pushing it away. Trevor Sinclair doing well there. Had a good game against Spurs, scored a wonderful goal that gave West Ham hope before they were denied by the cruel winner. Canio's corner, it's a good one to the far post, but lots of Chelsea shirts. And again, Grønkjær comes away. Řepka going with him, and Grønkjær seemingly falling over himself. And that was exactly how Mike Dean saw it. Hole as deep as his Carrick. Scott Minto, interestingly enough, had some years himself at Chelsea. Great ones, how he'd love to score today. Canio is back a long way. He plays the ball out of trouble, as does Řepka. A lot of popular belief was that Lampard would be taking Winterburn's place. Vladimir Lampard, still a very young player. Roeder clearly built for the future. James's clearance. A good jump by Sinclair. He's really coming to the game. Not a good ball there. Coming to the game since Kanouté's gone off, interestingly enough. Stanić is going to be the man marking him. We've had 10 minutes of play, goalless at the moment. West Ham doing too badly. Melchiot. Dutch international. Bosman, Ajax, June '99. Guðjohnsen on West Ham. Did any ideas about him? He'll have something to prove. Certainly the rotation system that Ranieri has introduced this season, without, it has to be said, too many complaints from the Chelsea players. It seems to be working for him. Chelsea have had this marvellous start. There have been plenty of draws, but some notable victories. Melchiot. The ball on the ground. It's a good pass. Guðjohnsen is ready to make the run for him, but West Ham playing a good back four line there, stopping Chelsea from making too much of an advance. Playing the offside work perfectly. In the end, the ball harmlessly through to James. Great ball to Sinclair, who heads on to Defoe. 2 men on him, but he keeps control, and he's round the back now. Defoe. That's a good ball across, and West Ham appealing for, I don't know if it was Sinclair being held back. Defoe got right round the back of the defence, past Huth. The referee, Mike Dean, gave nothing. Guðjohnsen. Chelsea straight away launch a counter-attack. Grønkjær. Melchiot joining the attack. Slips the ball in field. West Ham comfortably away, and they're looking good on the ball today. I have to say, the pictures are coming from Chelsea. That might be why we don't get a replay of that incident in the 6-yard box, but certainly I think Sinclair felt that he'd been held trying to get onto the end of that cross from Defoe. Sinclair needs to get this. There's a long distance shot which James fields very comfortably from Morris. Chelsea ever the optimists cheer, but really was nothing of a threat. Again playing the ball up into the right, and Defoe from the same position he fought to win the ball and lay on a cross for Kanouté to score against Arsenal earlier this season, then almost found his way back. His touch inside just went straight to Melchiot. Carrick coming away with the ball. Joining the attack, Trevor Sinclair. Better cross. It'll be a throw right by the corner flag. Huth has been very involved in the game so far. He's going to be today. West Ham, nothing less than a win for them will start to rescue their season. It's only going to put them level even if they manage it with Sunderland, but it would be something. It's a good long distance effort to the far post, and Cole going in there. Cole's hair like a swatch of colours these days. Seems to vary. Very often in the back of the picture there is John Terry to the right of Glenn Roeder. He's certainly delighted to be back in the Chelsea squad so quickly after his injury. Just one 45-minute spell in the reserve match, and he's deemed fit enough to join the squad again. Grønkjær can't believe that that was given against him, but Minto doesn't have a problem. We're noticing, those statisticians amongst you, that the last time Minto started a game for West Ham, it was their first away win at Ipswich last season. So, if any of these portents are valid, then that might be one that we'll be looking at the end of the game. Certainly West Ham don't want to lose today. It would be their worst ever start to a season in their history if they did. Carrick rescues the ball and sorts things out for pushing a ball on the right. For Sinclair, and he's picked him out with a slide rule pass, and he's taken Stanić beautifully, and only the interception of Huth prevented a goal for West Ham. Look at this ball again from Carrick. Or perhaps not. The cameras aren't going to give us it. It really was 2/3 of the pitch to Sinclair, who then hit a good cross in which Huth put away for the corner. West Ham get another corner. Plenty of them so far. They come across to the far post. Breen turns it back in again. The header out. Řepka gets back in again and gets the free kick. It's taken quickly, too quickly. It's good 10 yards from where the offence occurred. So the ball will have to go back. The man who was sinned against by Grønkjær, who's certainly given away a few fouls already in the first 15 minutes. It's Canio who will take the free kick, just lofts it in there. There will be another corner for West Ham. Schemmel got round the back there, and a few muted appeals for handball. West Ham's corner count putting Chelsea to shame at the moment. They're the side who look to be the away side, having to rely on the break, and West Ham full of attacking guile at the moment as Canio's corner comes in, headed out just outside the 6-yard box, and comes straight back to Canio. Certainly West Ham not playing like a side bottom of the Premiership at the moment. Here's Schemmel. That's a great cross and a great save by Cudicini. Sinclair got hold of that. Cudicini parried well. Not over yet for Chelsea. Minto. It's a good ball to Carrick. This is Carrick, in fact. I beg your pardon. But Chelsea will win that. This was the ball through from Canio to Schemmel. Play the ball across, and great save from Cudicini. Followed by a whir on the slow-mo tape from Chelsea TV. Cudicini's been certainly the busier of the two goalkeepers. James just had that shot to worry about, that shot straight at him. Guðjohnsen will retrieve this. But it's a West Ham throw. Certainly the first 18 minutes of the game, good signs for West Ham. They made a very good start. And they look very comfortable at the moment. Stanić, Croatian international, scored an absolutely amazing goal here against West Ham for Chelsea at the beginning of the season before last in a 4-2 win. A contender for goal of the season. A few he scored for Chelsea, I would imagine. You could get 5-1 for West Ham to win this game. William Hill odds. Good bet in a two-horse race. Defoe there, getting the throw for West Ham. Sinclair. Back flick. And a deep-looking cross which Cudicini comes to gather and gathers well. Chelsea keeper doesn't have the number 1 shirt, that belongs to Defoe, but he's made the number 1 place his own. Defoe beaten in the end. Morris. All played out by Zenden. And Hasselbaink. One of the first times he's ended up down this left-hand side. Řepka with a typically uncompromising challenge. Upended him. A bit of a scissor tackle there. Real Madrid apparently bid 5 million for Hasselbaink this week. Ken Bates alleged to have made it quite clear that what he thought of that offer. Řepka having a few words. Doesn't look like he's been put in the book for that. No surprise to anyone who's been following Mike Dean's booking antics this season. It looked like a handball from Chelsea, indeed it was. Well, it's a penalty. I cannot believe that. We saw a hand out. Or was it a push? We'll have to see it again. Zenden turned the ball in. Well, what do you think? I'm none the wiser with that replay. Referee Mike Dean explaining it. West Ham's poor luck this season continues. An absolutely baffling penalty. And on 21 minutes, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink has a chance to score his first Premiership goal. Better players than him have missed from the penalty spot this season. West Ham must wonder what they've got to do to have a little bit of good fortune. Another booking. Steve Lomas arguing about the awards. It's not really much point. It's been awarded now. Hasselbaink with not much of a run-up against David James. Well, if injustices were to be chronicled, this would be a huge one. Chelsea, who've been completely outplayed for the first 22 minutes of this game, have been given a very soft penalty which has been put away by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink on 22 minutes. Not even a particularly good penalty, and he opens his Premiership account with his second goal of the season, first in the Premiership. And Chelsea somewhat mystifyingly take the lead. What a call of character this is now to West Ham. Of course, the handball called immediately there, but good to see Hammers getting straight up the other end. A superb jump from Defoe, a little bit of assist from Canio's hands there, but a brilliant piece of skill from the Italian. You forget the handball to still get round the Chelsea defender and hit the ball across the line, but Chelsea flukishly have the lead. And West Ham really going to be calling on some character now to come back in this game. Here's Sebastian Schemmel. A little flick on, it comes to Sinclair. Canio's flick it was, there's the ball taken off him. West Ham, we've called the shots right up until that penalty. Hasselbaink wasn't going to debate whether or not it was penalty, but I think the Chelsea players are more surprised than the West Ham players that the penalty was awarded. Well, quickly taken throw to Canio. First time shot, oh, and Carrick's shot was deflected and Cudicini somehow defied him. How did that ball not end up in the back of the net? Canio put the pressure on with the cross. Melchiot's header came out to Carrick, a little deflection. Cudicini, an unbelievable stop with his right foot. Any other day of the year, that ball would have ended up in the back of the net. West Ham, no luck at all. All credit to Cudicini, though. It was a quite marvellous reflex save. And Carrick, who scored against Chelsea at Upton Park last season to begin what was the ending of their unbeaten record, this time sees his shot saved. Deflected, but saved by Cudicini. Well, as you're interested in records, last time Chelsea took the lead here in West Ham's poor season, 85-86, West Ham won that game 2-1 with 2 late goals, and in the end finished 10th in the Premiership, having at one stage been bottom with no wins from 6 games. That's where they are at the moment this season. Stanić did well. Řepka slipped, still got the ball forward to Schemmel. 25 minutes gone, it's Chelsea 1, West Ham United 0. The goal scored by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink from the penalty spot on 21 minutes. The blue flag is certainly flying. With fortune like that, Chelsea should win the championship without any problem at all. Where West Ham's fortune is, it's certainly hiding at the moment. Perhaps Lady Luck will begin to smile on the Hammers. They've certainly played well so far this game, but have nothing to show for it. And Chelsea get their first corner of the game. It's taken them 25 minutes to accrue that. It was Grønkjær who got it, and Schemmel who gave it away. Both for number 30s. Schemmel taking the near post. Řepka looking after Guðjohnsen. Hasselbank's corner, it's a good one. Just reached on the near post, and Sinclair gets some distance on the clearance. Played back in by Lampard to Gallas. Řepka. Another great clearance from James, it just went straight through the middle. Strange sense of calm in the ground, although West Ham fans still in good voice. Minto, his clearance greeted by a few ironic cheers from the Chelsea fans. How he'd love to score here this afternoon. Zenden calling for the ball. Which way that one's going to go? It'll be a West Ham throw. Last season and the season before, West Ham well beaten here at Stamford Bridge in the Premiership games. Lost 5-1 last season and 4-2 the season before. Chelsea unpredictable at home, and last season they had a reputation for taking early leads that they gave away in second halves of matches. West Ham will be hoping that that reputation will gain some fruit. Approaching the half-hour mark. Chelsea slowing the game down at the back, West Ham doing nothing to stop them. Better header from Breen. Something for Canio to chase. Gallas in the end not only keeps the ball in but finds Melchiot. On the half volley, Cudicini's clearance. Good header from Minto. Under pressure. Breen just pushing one up to Canio. Awkward height for Cudicini. Got a header and flick on from Lomas. West Ham lost their rhythm a little bit. They will get a free kick here. Joe Cole it was who was fouled by Melchiot. Canio takes the free kick quickly, looking for Sinclair, doesn't find him. Melchiot equally doesn't find Guðjohnsen. Lomas and Breen. West Ham looking to build from the back. Gallas's clearance. Breen applauding, though the expression on his face suggested that it wasn't with any sincerity. That's a good ball, which Sinclair keeps in. Lovely touch from Defoe, which he rescues. And hits in a dangerous looking cross. Comes out to Lomas, but the shot was blocked. Oh, his Carrick held, was he? The referee says no. Chelsea looking in a bit of a 2-8 in defence. Certainly the opportunities are there for West Ham if they can get round the back, and they've managed that 3 or 4 times. One feels instinctively that they want to try and go in level at half-time at least, so they'll be looking for an equaliser in the last quarter of an hour of this half. Canio receives from Sinclair, a clever little ball from a left foot pass, didn't quite get through. Canio has it back. Lovely switch pass to Sinclair, needs a good cross. It's hanging in the air towards the far post. Melchiot gets an important touch. Defoe lets it run for the throw. Melchiot's been important for Chelsea in the last 10 minutes. He's asserted his influence, height and skill on the defence, and Minto's cross comes in. Come out, first time effort from Schemmel. Couldn't keep it down. It's a good looking cross, and it came through at a nice height for Schemmel. He perhaps could have laid back a little bit. He had plenty of time and no one challenging him. Sebastian Schemmel just scored the 1 goal for West Ham in the Boxing Day victory over Derby at the end of last year. Roeder with more to say at the moment. Ranieri will perhaps wonder how his Chelsea team have managed to get the lead, never mind hang on to it. Certainly West Ham still holding the balance of the play, but Chelsea coming more and more into the game. They've slowed it down to their pace, and West Ham's early hustle and bustle has come to nothing. Hasselbaink fouled there by Sinclair. He got through and ran into Sinclair, but Sinclair didn't move out of the way. In the end, West Ham have the free kick, which is taken quickly and giving Defoe something to chase. Stanić did very well under a lot of pressure. Defoe not giving up though, that's part of his game. Řepka, not a good pass. There's a good header. Grønkjær is fouled by Schemmel, who isn't happy with the way he went down. Let's just see just how acrobatic that was. Well, if Schemmel gets booked for that, well, he's going to. West Ham have a third player in the book. Schemmel throwing himself in there, but it really didn't look anything particularly malevolent. Grønkjær, of course, turned it into a booking by diving more than he perhaps needed to. Zenden and Hasselbaink. Look at this free kick. Hasselbaink. Not a very good free kick. In fact, Chelsea, apart from the penalty, haven't really made that many opportunities in the game so far. They have a little bit of possession now, though. That was a very poor free kick, and no trouble putting it away for a corner. Řepka now showing that he's not pushing Guðjohnsen. A good headed clearance under pressure. Referee Mike Dean gives West Ham the benefit of the doubt from that position. West Ham who achieved 7th position, top of the best of the rest, really. A lot of critics said last season. Must wonder quite how they got to be bottom of the Premiership. Haven't played badly in every game. We've had some disappointing performances, but really they've deserved a lot better than that. Billy Bonds, amongst others, has said he still thinks Glenn Roeder's side can finish in the top half. Grønkjær's ball is poor. Lampard is forced back. Not seen too much from Lampard. He's had a very quiet game so far. Beginning to knock it around a little bit more now. Stanić took out Defoe well there, the Croatian. Grønkjær is beginning to cause West Ham problems on this left side, and it's a dangerous looking cross. James, cool as you like, just a couple of steps off his line to collect and distribute. Cole, very quiet last 10 minutes from him. West Ham need to discover their early momentum. Again, here's Lomas. It's a good ball to Defoe. There's been a lot of good passing from West Ham. Well, the assistant referee is insisting that it's a Chelsea throw. And even the Chelsea players were accepting that it was a West Ham throw. Canio would be very wise to say nothing at this stage. He was sent off here last season. He doesn't want to repeat that. Hard enough with luck and everything else against West Ham. If they lose to Canio, it really would be the end of it. Having said that, they fought back with 10 men against Spurs to come back to 2-2. Only denied a point by a very cruel deflection in the last minute. Schemmel's throw, flicked on by Canio. Sinclair strolling it down the right. Lets the tackle come in. And having a few words with Robert Huth. Here is Canio. Under pressure, he gets in a good-looking cross, which Cudicini stepped back to gather easily, but looked to have come too far forward for initially. Less than 8 minutes to go at the end of this first half. Grønkjær gathers the ball on the left-hand side. He's got to get round Sebastian Schemmel. Schemmel again prevents him from doing that with a good interception. Chelsea have their third corner. Řepka and Guðjohnsen again. A bit of bother in the 6-yard box. Another corner from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. It's another very good one, but James just stretches those big arms of his and claws it out of the sky. Canio getting to the Chelsea fans, so that won't do him any harm. It's a good-looking ball that Lomas gets on the end of. Has he got a corner for West Ham? No, he hasn't. He needed to pull it back there. There were other players joining the attack. And Roeder must wonder what he's done wrong. His West Ham side have competed for everything in this half and can consider themselves extraordinarily unlucky to be a goal behind the mysterious penalty Mike Dean gave Chelsea. Řepka's header it was. Defoe aiming to hurt the Chelsea defence, can't really get round the back of them yet. Cudicini's clearance, a poor one. Řepka again. Back to Lomas. That's good. Can Sinclair do? He's got Huth with him. Well, surely fouled. It's going to be a corner. Huth and Sinclair, the tussle between those two players is certainly at the focus of a lot of this game. Taking quickly. It's going to be a chance for West Ham. It's a goal! It's Jermaine Defoe, and thoroughly deserved. Steve Lomas getting in there. But I think it was Jermaine Defoe who got the touch. 5 minutes, Roeder's saying. We've just got to hold our nerve. It's fully deserved. And this is the view from behind the goal. Sinclair turned it on, and although it was turned towards goal by Steve Lomas, the man on the line to do it for West Ham, Jermaine Defoe, for the second season in a row, scores at Stamford Bridge. A thoroughly deserved goal for West Ham. And Defoe has proved himself, denied the opportunity to start for West Ham once Canio returned to the East London side. He's now come on for Kanouté, who was off injured early, and he's put West Ham deservedly level. Chelsea, who tried to slow the game down. West Ham fans who never stopped singing, getting behind their side, are now really in full voice. Hasselbaink. That'll be a goal kick. Breen having a few words. Hasselbaink is all well, you may say what you want to say. James will want to slow it down. Roeder making it quite clear from the moment that goal went in. 5 minutes, he said, let's keep it cool. Let's start the second half on level terms. Jermaine Defoe like Hasselbaink, it's his first goal of the season. West Ham fans, in true choral fashion, letting Chelsea know what their view is about the blue flag. As Hasselbaink heads the ball down, and a really poor effort on goal by Grønkjær, which Hasselbaink tried to turn into a pass. It's Lampard versus Cole. Chelsea get the throw. 3 minutes to go. West Ham deservedly level. They've certainly been the better team this half, and Chelsea have struggled for most of it. Just a little bit of action down the left-hand side. They had 5 minutes of the game, but a bit of possession now. James didn't hold on to that. It was a worry for West Ham for a moment. Schemmel came along. So Schemmel, who hasn't had the greatest of seasons, has looked good today. That's a great touch to Canio, but his return pass wasn't what it should have been. And here's that effort from Zenden, in fact it was. I think I said it was Grønkjær. James will not be pleased. He didn't hold on to it, and if Chelsea had had a Defoe there, then it could have gone into a undeserved lead. As it is, Hammers have possession. And Roeder's men, who have played out of their skins this half. And fitting too that Steve Lomas it was, whose shot should have been beaten out by Cudicini, to be turned in by Defoe. Here is Grønkjær. Lampard still earning a few boos from West Ham fans. The memories will have to get longer and longer to entertain those boos. Melchiot, Morris and Stanić. Sinclair blocking that one. It's a long ball from Huth. Joe Cole puts it out. Chelsea have a throw. Well, Chelsea had that lead for a little under 20 minutes. They're pushing forward now, and Zenden it is whose long throw comes into the area. Melchiot pushes it back. Hammers need to clear. They'll get the free kick. Hasselbaink claiming more than he was given. Lomas has performed wonders today for West Ham. We'll see what the fourth official will say is overtime. As we move to the end of the half, Joe Cole. A little touch from Defoe, nearly found Sinclair. Schemmel's header. It'll be a Chelsea throw. In fact, it's going to be a West Ham ball. Free kick given. Sinclair. As we go into injury time at the end of the first half. Sinclair goes up, wins the header, but Huth gets it away. You heard 2 minutes overtime. It's just about right. And Hammers, having got back on level terms, will not want to give a goal away now. It's a good header from Grønkjær, not away yet for West Ham. Lampard turning out a good ball to Melchiot. West Ham have to defend well. David James came well for that. So Roeder really couldn't have asked more of his men. A debatable penalty on 21 minutes, giving Chelsea the lead, but West Ham not rolling over and dying, and coming back to deservedly equalise from Defoe. James. It's a good clearance, and again Sinclair getting up well. Frank Lampard, who hadn't really been noticed for about the first 40 minutes of this game, is now earning louder and louder boos as it goes on, as West Ham fans find their voice. And here is Lampard. No problem there for David James. Lampard had something in his mind there, but whatever it was, it faded away to nothing. So a thoroughly deserved half-time score for West Ham. They fought back with a goal by Jermaine Defoe in the 40th minute, his first of the season, after Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink had put Chelsea ahead on 21 minutes from the penalty spot with his first Premiership goal of the season, his second in all. But a thoroughly deserved draw at half-time for West Ham, and who knows what they can manage in the second half. It's looking good for Hammers here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, West Ham 1. The man who scored the goal that gave Chelsea the lead, not him, the Dutch international Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink. Whether he's quite worth the £15 million that Chelsea paid for him some time ago. Clearly Real Madrid manager doesn't think so, but we shall see. Controversial chairman Ken Bates. He's got this incredible stadium for Chelsea. He's worked miracles when the side have been very close to bankruptcy. So Mike Dean gets us away. Chelsea looking from left to right. West Ham finishing better at the end of the first half. Maybe can turn this excellent performance into 3 points rather than just one. Joe Cole down the left side. Gallas. Good ball from Canio to Řepka. Tackle from Lomas, who won the ball back. Sinclair. And Stanić at his heels. What she can do about that. And now Řepka being completely outrun by Grønkjær. It's a great run. And Guðjohnsen, a very poor finish. But Grønkjær completely outran Thomas Řepka there. Cut inside and set. Eyed Guðjohnsen up, and his finish was very disappointing. Certainly deserved better, that run. Fortunately for West Ham, wasn't exactly a nice, cool finish. Schemmel beaten in the air by Grønkjær. Guðjohnsen this time gets to the ball. Referee Mike Dean says it was out, following the advice of his assistant referee. Guðjohnsen does have 2 Premiership goals this season. Breen. Schemmel. Well, Canio has been everywhere, and he finds Sinclair with a good-looking ball. Lomas. And Huth just gives it the hook. West Ham have a throw. West Ham just seem that little bit quicker to the ball, that little bit keener at the moment. After all, they've never been more desperate for points. Here's Canio, sets himself up with a lovely shot. What a fantastic goal! What an incredible goal by Canio out of nothing! Unbelievable goal! Just like he was at the training ground, he set himself up and hit it, an unstoppable left foot volley that puts West Ham in the lead. Cudicini had no chance. Well, you're seeing yet more Paolo Di Canio history here. An unbelievable goal by the Italian Supremo. And that, believe it or not, is his first goal of the season. He does score a few special ones, doesn't he? Well, if you can sing really loud at Upton Park, I'm sure they'll hear you at Stamford Bridge. The Chelsea fans are silent. Well, as exciting a moment in West Ham's season as we've seen so far, and maybe history is going to repeat itself. Poor start equals away win at Stamford Bridge, but we're not going to try and predict things too soon. Still a big job to do here. Certainly no less than West Ham have deserved, and Di Canio has played out of his skin today. Well, Cole bursting through. It was a last-minute interception that prevented him getting a shot on goal. For the moment, West Ham still have possession. Minto with the throw. Canio in there, Melchiot getting there first, but it's a West Ham ball. Touch from Lomas to Cole and back again. Joe Cole, if he could just beat Sinclair, almost got the ball through. Stanić comes away for Chelsea. Brilliant interception by Schemmel. Vital. Sinclair. Tapped out of his possession by Stanić. Carrick. Minto, long distance out, might try something from distance. He had a chance against Manchester City that fell on his left foot and wasn't the greatest effort. But it shows an increasing confidence that he can try something from that distance. Gallas to Huth, and I don't think it's going to be long before Mr. Ranieri gets Gianfranco Zola off the bench. There's David James with one of those headers that bring every West Ham fan's heart into his mouth, or her mouth I should say. Zenden has the throw for Chelsea. He's the long throw specialist. Not that long particularly. Breen's header reaches Cole, who finishes the job. Huth just sweeps it to Lampard. Stanić right-footed. Again a good header out from Breen. Chelsea enjoying a bit of possession, but not doing much with it. What a great tackle. Brilliant tackle from Joe Cole. And he's won West Ham possession back and finds Defoe, who lost his footing, but he's set a chance up here perhaps for Di Canio, but a great tackle from Melchiot. That all began thanks to that well-timed tackle by Joe Cole, and almost ended up with a West Ham opportunity. Saying that Ham is first to the ball, but Chelsea, a little bit of urgency now. Is Hasselbaink, a shot that just hit a West Ham defender on the back. James managed to save it. Just like they did in 85-86, West Ham going a goal behind, coming back to take a 2-1 lead. Stanić. Given a lot of time on the ball. Oh, and here's an opportunity for Guðjohnsen. He's taken a long time, and he let Schemmel in. Guðjohnsen, cool as you like, but he missed it. Easy for David James. Cody Morris didn't get behind it. Didn't get behind it. Was trying to get hold of it, but West Ham back four just has managed to be there and just provide enough cover every time Chelsea have found a bit of space. Lomas. Hammers looking for a third goal. Defoe, he must have custard on his boots. He isn't able to keep his feet too well. No matter, West Ham have a free kick, and Chelsea fans utterly, bizarrely booing Canio. That won't bother the Italian. He's silenced them. Oh, here's a chance for goal! It's a goal for West Ham, is it, or is it offside? We thought for a moment it was a third, but Chelsea take the free kick quickly. We won't be able to see a replay of that for a moment. It did look suspiciously like offside, you have to say. But goodness me, that would have been a turn-up for the book. A third for West Ham. And again, it'd be a very harsh man who could say they didn't deserve it. They played so well today. Huth. Only 10 minutes of the second half gone. It's Chelsea 1, West Ham United 2. An unbelievable goal by Paulo Di Canio. A good tackle from Sinclair, and he even saved the corner. Trevor Sinclair, that's the sort of chasing that West Ham have been full of today. Now, Carrick comes away. That was a wonderful pass. Huth chasing him. Carrick's going all the way, steps aside Huth, chips one left-footed, looking for the far corner, but just over Cudicini's goal. Michael Carrick definitely come back onto the West Ham stage today. What a great tackle there. Well, that's a harsh decision. Joe Cole has he got stuck in there. Let's have a little look here. Well, he played the ball. It may have been that there was a bit of a lunge involved, but he seemed to win the ball there. Mike Dean thought otherwise. Chelsea still, you sense, a little bit shell-shocked after that goal. Here's Guðjohnsen though. Couldn't get the ball through. It would not go. Sinclair. Well, he took Morris, almost took Morris out. He's got West Ham a throw. Jamie Morris, Chelsea player, born in Isleworth, West London. As predicted, Chelsea substitutes warming up. Lucas, John Terry, and of course Gianfranco Zola. But here come Chelsea. This is Grønkjær. Overhit the pass, and James quickly off his line. Sinclair quite deep now. Yes, pity we didn't have a look at that goal of West Ham's in inverted commas. As I say, we don't have control over which pictures are selected, so we didn't get a chance to look at it. It did, to be fair, look a little offside to me, which was what Mike Dean thought. West Ham were denied their third goal. Here's Guðjohnsen though. Going the wrong way, but a good ball to Grønkjær. To give himself an opportunity to shoot on his left foot. Morris's chip in. Grønkjær again. Dangerous ball. James punches. It was a good punch in the end. It did what it was supposed to do. Stanić pushes it back. Maybe West Ham can come back. In fact, Sinclair, in keeping the ball in, just gave it to Stanić. It was a mistake. Stanić on the right foot. Guðjohnsen flicks him in. And James, as cool as you like, dribbles outside his 6-yard box clears. I've got to say, West Ham do not look like the side who are bottom of the Premiership at the moment. They played so brilliantly today. There's still a lot of the game left, a good half an hour, and Chelsea are not going to roll over that easily. Gallas. Minto doing everything right, letting it slow down, finding a moment here, a moment there. Then Roeder, who must have wondered what he was doing wrong, certainly what his side were doing wrong. I've seen some good performances for them, not to have actually managed to win so far. It's still quite surprising. They certainly deserve 3 points against Arsenal and the point at Spurs. But at the moment they have the lead here at Stamford Bridge. Cudicini gets the header back, finds William Gallas. Melchiot down the line to Guðjohnsen. It's a good move from Chelsea. Hasselbaink, he's got a bit more space here. Hasselbaink, well blocked by Řepka, vital block. You don't want to be giving Hasselbaink too much room. Lomas, good ball to Minto. West Ham playing with some confidence now. Defoe is chased back, he'll get the free kick. As we pass the hour, West Ham, goal to the good here, in front. There's a cross, Ludek Tosko. Pretty Kanouté behind him. Edouard Cissé chewing furiously. Well, that's not a good tackle. Huth has continually shown a little bit of aggression, and it was a heavy tackle on Joe Cole. High, footed. West Ham take the free kick. It's not a good one. Huth can consider himself lucky to still be on the pitch after that. I know Joe Cole can. Grønkjær, good ball to Hasselbaink. Řepka's with him. Ball chipped in. West Ham can let that one go. Lampard, so often the creative man behind Chelsea's attacks, very much the engine room at times. Gianfranco Zola, who's their top scorer, has 5 goals. And no surprise at all that he's about to come on. Gallas. Johnson. Well, he's done well. A long effort, just wide. Hasselbaink had a bit more room than he'd been getting earlier in the game. Got in a shot and James was struggling. Guðjohnsen set it up and held off Sinclair. Full marks to James though. He got a cross, and I think if that was hitting the target, James would have got there. Off goes Zenden, Zenden, and on comes the man who Chelsea will be looking to save their day, Gianfranco Zola. Inside, and Guðjohnsen will get it back again. Throw to Chelsea. Changes on here. Huth trying to get the side organised. Stanić. Chelsea seem to have lost their way somewhat. Grønkjær couldn't get the cross in. Header gets it away. Delicate chip and a good header out of defence by Breen. Again, Breen, Colossus in the West Ham defence. But Melchiot gets it. There's a chance for Guðjohnsen, but a fantastic saving tackle. Not away yet for Chelsea. Melchiot got up. Couldn't get a clean header in. West Ham fight their way out of trouble. Here's Defoe. He's got Sinclair up, and the better ball perhaps would have been the ball to Sinclair. But fired up as he is, young West Ham striker had an effort. He just didn't get hold of it at all. Johnson. Zola playing inside. Here is Gianfranco Zola. Hasselbaink not allowed to turn. West Ham have just been too quick in defence for him. To Canio. Melchiot obstructing him. The Italian has played quite brilliantly today. An inspirational captain. That was a good tackle from Melchiot, and Guðjohnsen will want to get on the end of this. Řepka though, too quick for him. And Řepka does seem to have had the better of Guðjohnsen for most of the game. The Czechoslovakian had a really good game. And again, that's the way with West Ham. When everybody gets their head down, a little bit of luck, the points are going to start coming. There's James. Defoe didn't give up the chase. Gallas, though, kept his cool and found Stanić. Good ball from Zola. Good header from Minto. Good lead from Defoe, but the ball didn't quite get to him. Sinclair going the wrong way. Here's Hasselbaink. Guðjohnsen. Hasselbaink could get on the end of this, but James came out and judged the situation perfectly, letting Hasselbaink get the last touch. The moment he saw that Hasselbaink was going to get a touch in it, it was very unlikely that he would hit the target from there, and indeed the ball well into the ground. A little over 20 minutes to go here. Chelsea 1, West Ham United 2. See a good header from Canio in the end. Not his greatest attribute, his head, as he's been well chronicled as saying. Grønkjær, one of the few Chelsea players who's played really well today, given West Ham a lot of bother down that left-hand flank. Chelsea seem to have felt that it was going to just be a walkover for them against West Ham. West Ham was certainly surprised that Minto finds Joe Cole. Carrick. And Schemmel. Just offside, Trevor Sinclair. Cudicini wasn't too happy about that. Seen him racing out of his goal and body checking Trevor Sinclair. Gallas to Melchiot. Chelsea's old second half blues, if you pardon the pun, seems to be possibly coming back to haunt them. James. Not a great clearance, but it'll do. Looked like a handball by Jody Morris. Carrick beaten in the end. Morris did well. But Breen cut it out. Gallas. Carrick chasing. Didn't get to Melchiot. Huth. Chelsea being forced back into their own half again. Stanić. Zola. Italian's got a little bit of space here. Guðjohnsen. Melchiot is through. Melchiot. Brilliant save. David James. He came out and gave Melchiot no angle at all. Wonderful ball through from Guðjohnsen, but James was equal to it. 20 minutes to go. Melchiot with the throw. Zola. Huth. But looking cross, and James is almost beaten there. A great header. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink almost had his second. Huth, who joined the attack. I think James got a touch to that. Came off the post. We'll have a little look from behind. Yes, just a fingertip touch. David James. And Hasselbaink, who hit the post against West Ham at Upton Park last season with a furious shot, is denied by the upright. And David James fingertips. Grønkjær. Ball charged down and Breen gets it away for West Ham. Chest down. Defoe looking to find Canio. Long shot! Huth for the second time joining the attack and had James drying his fingers by his right hand post. This young man isn't going to forget this game for a while. He's played every bit as well as he played against Fulham on Monday for Chelsea. Difference is West Ham have found the back of the Chelsea net twice. For the first time, as that ball came off the post, you began to think maybe West Ham are getting a little bit of a sniff of the luck that they seem to have been denied all season. Minto putting it out. Scott Minto, a man who might have felt his career was over, very much a part of this West Ham performance today. Chelsea have a free kick. Scott Minto, who's 31 in August. His head, not a good one. Grønkjær, but a better challenge this time by Canio of all people. Zola. Intelligent ball. Hasselbank's control failed him. Here's Guðjohnsen. James just plucked it out of the air. No problem. Chelsea come forward again. Oh, lovely skills. It's a dangerous place to concede a free kick. Minto is furious, but Zola seemed to have been upended by him. And Chelsea, in particular Gianfranco Zola, so dangerous from these positions. No doubt it will be the pint-sized Italian who will take the free kick. West Ham fans hold their breath. 7 in the wall. Canio getting in on the end of it. A Chelsea player there too. Hasselbaink, the architect, at least of the angle, if nothing else. Here's Zola. Oh, it's a brilliant goal, you have to say. That is a brilliant goal. And it's so cruel to West Ham. An unnecessarily given away free kick, but a beautifully curled shot with the right foot that James had no chance of getting to. And West Ham just a few moments ago looking at 3 points are now going to have to fight to get one. Gianfranco Zola's 6th goal of the season. And it just makes you wonder what he's been doing on the substitutes bench all this time. I think West Ham have a free kick here. If only they can make their free kick tell, they maybe can. It's Cole. It was taken really quick. It's going to be a corner. West Ham almost caught Chelsea out there. In fact, it will have to be taken again. The referee wasn't happy with it. Canio, the executor of that second West Ham goal, can he be the provider of a third? Didn't get enough height on it. A great shot and a good save from Cudicini. Řepka would have been his first goal for West Ham. Cudicini, who's played so well today. Řepka hit that well. Cudicini, who must have seen it late, turned it around the corner for another West Ham corner. Canio with the corner. Will get the chance to put it in again. Far post! Blocked at the far post. Hammers have another corner. Breen thought he'd scored. He got above Cudicini. But the covering back of Stanić blocked the header. Could go anywhere, and a back flick almost did creep into the corner of the goal. Carrick, an insightful moment. The ball came across from Schemmel, and a brilliant back flick by Carrick. Cudicini was struggling. A little under a quarter of an hour to go. It's Chelsea 2, West Ham 2. Hasselbaink to score and a 2-2 draw. He could have got 125 to 1. But maybe there are more goals in this game as West Ham come away. Cudicini's off his line. He grabbed the ball well, and important for Chelsea that he did. Real end-to-end stuff now. Lampard. Wonderful. Zola's changed this game since he's come on. Hasselbaink. Whatever West Ham do, they must not give this away. Sinclair. Well, the foot came in and Sinclair's twisted his foot. And he's still down at the moment as Guðjohnsen chases this ball. West Ham saying that they really shouldn't be taking that throw. Very unsporting when a man is down. Guðjohnsen, to be fair to him, may not have seen him. But this was the moment. Lampard taking the ball off Sinclair's toes, and Sinclair just trod on what he thought was the ball, missed his footing, could well have done his ankle there. Roeder talking tactics to Paul Goddard. West Ham haven't any attacking substitutions to make, really. They've just got outfield players, Pearce, Winterburn and Cissé on the bench. Grønkjær has got away yet again and nearly got the cross in, but the West Ham foot put it away for a corner. Chelsea go in search of a winner. 10 minutes to go. West Ham pack out the defence. Schemmel takes the near post. Carrick is at the far with Melchiot. Hasselbaink plays it short. Gets it back onto the right foot. Curls a good-looking cross in. There could be trouble for West Ham. The sound of the referee's whistle. Every East End heart shoots back up to the mouth again, but it's a free kick to West Ham. That was what it was all about. West Ham will get the free kick this time. Really has been a quite astounding game, as indeed was the Spurs game. And for West Ham to come away with nothing from that is so unfair. Maybe this will be different. Oh, that's a really good effort, and not nearly as far away as Chelsea thought as Cole turned on it. Cole took the ball in, had the control, turned quickly, got a left foot to it, it got a deflection. I fancy that was going in, but for the deflection of the Chelsea defender. West Ham, another corner. Canio's cross, headed away by Robert Huth. Sinclair didn't get the height on the cross he should have done. Huth chests it down and clears. Guðjohnsen and Hasselbaink, every time they come away there's danger. But this time West Ham equal to it. Offside, Defoe. Chelsea moving very swiftly to get the assistant referee's flag. Took too long, and West Ham dispossessed him. Carrick's clearance, just as far as Huth. Chelsea putting their game together again. 8 minutes left. Morris to Guðjohnsen. Seems to have a little more space this half. Overhits the pass to Hasselbaink. Hasselbaink always seems to look as though he's just run a half marathon whenever he gets in shot. It's a better ball. Cole has had quite a quiet second half so far. Canio, happy with himself. West Ham captain. He had to think quickly. He didn't have much room to organise the shot, and when it came it was well wide in the end. Zola. Anything can happen when this man gets the ball. In fact, Hasselbaink, a little bit of play acting. And some members of the crowd uttering the word cheat, and I have to say Mike Dean totally agrees with them. He's given West Ham the free kick. Whether he also ought to have put Hasselbaink in the book is another matter. He didn't, and Hammers have a free kick. James takes it. Just a little over 5 minutes to go. Good time to score now, that's for sure. Canio! He's done it! And some of the Chelsea fans don't look too happy, but that won't bother him. This is unbelievable. Canio hits his second of the game from a really acute angle. Nothing looked on there. Melchiot, it was a fortunate bounce for West Ham, but Canio, what an exquisite finish. It came off Gallas, you can see, between Defoe and Gallas, and Canio, left-footed, slotted it in. Well, he's had a fairly quiet start of the season. He didn't have a great season for West Ham last year, but he's put his critics back to bed with that goal. Well, this just gets better and better. West Ham still on the attack. Joe Cole. And Defoe is through. And Cudicini came very quickly off his line. Might call that doing a Bob Wilson on Cudicini, or even doing a Steve Highway on him. You may recall Liverpool scoring against Arsenal in a cup final in a way, exposing the goalkeeper at the near post. The Canio, exquisite finish. Nothing looked on when he got that. Best he could have hoped for was a corner. Instead, the ball found the back of the net, and West Ham 3-2 up. There are 5 minutes remaining. Difficult to know whether to look at your watch or look at the screen. Here's Defoe. West Ham are certainly not going to play this one out from defence. Defoe's got a throw for West Ham. Well, whatever happens, it's been Canio's day. 2 absolutely brilliant goals, quite different. One spectacular volley and one really good overlap. Well, Edouard Cissé being brought on by Roeder, quite clear what his ideas are. West Ham, in fact, don't get the throw, it's a Chelsea throw. Little over 3 minutes as Melchiot throws this ball down the line. Breen played it into space, but it fell to Zola. James is well out of his goal, but thankfully his spell at Aston Villa didn't include going backwards to score own goals. Well played, keeping the ball in. Chelsea will have a throw. Defoe did well there, keeps the ball up at the other end, and now Cissé will come on, and I imagine going to be possibly Jermaine Defoe we shall see. The fact it is the captain, Canio, who's coming off. Edouard Cissé who's going on. Just as he did against Spurs. The difference is this time West Ham have the lead. Cissé comes on. Maybe a little bit of overtime now. Both Chelsea's goals from set pieces, a penalty and a free kick. They've not looked too threatening from open play. West Ham have a free kick. Huth can't believe it. West Ham fans in full voice here at Stamford Bridge, and the Chelsea fans, well, most of them are already making their way out of the ground as West Ham have the free kick. Schemmel and Řepka's there. Lomas is there. Morris is trying to organise the wall. Mike Dean's got it sorted. It is Schemmel, straight into the wall. Carrick got a deflection. Cudicini went down well. Stanić comes away for Chelsea. Good header out of defence from Breen. And Carrick's challenge. Gallas finds Melchiot. Zola. He got Chelsea back in the game. What can he do now? He slips. Now maybe West Ham could come away. Chelsea pick up the loose ball. It's a delicate chip in. Doesn't even go for a corner for Chelsea. It'll be a throw. We're in the last 20 seconds of normal time. Does Chelsea take this throw? Lampard. Grønkjær. Dangerous ball in. James gathers easily. Good catch. Seconds into overtime as Guðjohnsen getting a bit of space, and James has come a long way out of his goal. Clears downfield, the ball's still in at the moment. West Ham have the free kick, it's good news. They're not going to be taking anything too quickly. Mike Dean has waved that card a little less than normal today. Řepka lifts this free kick to the right. Sinclair wasting a little more time. Chelsea throw. Morris a little bit of a limp as he twisted his leg there. Řepka turns it back. Offside flag up, referee plays advantage, and Cudicini clears long for Chelsea. Guðjohnsen had a lot of the ball, hasn't done much with it. Řepka can't save the corner. Chelsea with a last chance, one imagines. Two minutes into overtime. Gallas comes up, Melchiot comes up, Zola hits the corner, it's a poor one, it's not a good clearance from West Ham. Huth hits the ball in, the bounce favours West Ham, but there's an offside. Just a yard in front of Mike Dean. Gallas is the man who got up there, and you can see hundreds and hundreds of Chelsea fans leaving the ground now. In the third minute of overtime. Melchiot back to Cudicini, way out of his goal now. It's a bit of an up and under. Řepka didn't get a good header on it at all. Guðjohnsen. Chelsea still with a chance here, but cleared. West Ham finally get it away. Mike Dean looks at his watch. And that's it! A famous victory for West Ham. And Glenn Roeder rejoices and hugs Paul Goddard and Lude McCloskey. The Italian stallion, Paolo Di Canio, did the business today. It's been a day for Italians. Gianfranco Zola, who came on in the second half and pulled Chelsea level after a brilliant goal by Paolo Di Canio. but the Italian had the last laugh with a wonderful second goal on the left-hand side, past Cudicini. Hasselbaink started the scoring in the 21st minute. That seems years ago now. West Ham got the equaliser. Jermaine Defoe, who'd come on for Kanouté, who limped off very early on. But it's Paolo Di Canio's 2 goals that record a famous victory for West Ham here at Stamford Bridge today. Such an important one, and ensures that West Ham go to 5 points and can maybe get their season on the way. A wonderful game. We hope you've enjoyed it at Upton Park. We've certainly enjoyed it here at Stamford Bridge. A final score, Chelsea 2, West Ham United 3.